Okay. Oh, we're live.
Live.
Yay. Okay. So this is the link we'll send to her. My friend came over and was like, this is how you do it. Okay. So, first question. Why did Meyer choose to incorporate the story of Cinderella into her story? Why has this fairy tale remained popular for adaptations and retellings over the years?
I think because it's the right fit for the Cinderella story. You know, like a commoner and a prince or a king, like in this case, an emperor. So, yeah, I think it's a right fit. And um, a lot of the writers have retell the story because it's one of the most popular story, and it's like, I don't know, but like it's as much as it seems like impossible and unrealistic for a
Mm-hmm.
commoner to be like in love with the prince and stuff. It's like one of the most imagined love story, I guess.
Yeah. That's true. I think, and also, like, not only is this Cinderella like a normal girl who just had a evil stepmother and stepsisters, like this is about a girl who is like everything that's like discriminated against. Like
Yeah.
she's cyborg and she's a lunar. Yeah, and she's a mechanic.
For reals.
Yeah, like she's literally everything bad, and a prince falls in love with her. Yeah.
But then she's a princess. But we
Yeah,
didn't
and
find
like
out until later.
yes, that's so true. And like I think this story was different because she didn't end up with the prince at the end necessarily. Like she probably will. I hope
Yeah.
so. But like she became a princess because of her birthright.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was really good. And why has, yeah, like what you said, it's remained popular because I think it's like a lot of girls' dreams, to like marry the cute guy or whatever, the handsome prince, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like a prince or a king is always like the ideal picture of a man in like in
Mhm.
every girl's dream. Like he's got everything. Plus, it's no ordinary story, so
What?
that's what everyone's trying to attain, right?
Right. Right. That's true. Okay. Next question. Are, what do you think are the audience and purpose of Cinder? How was it received? Why? Um, okay, I think young adults are the audience of Cinder.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's like, I don't know, that's the genre I really like is young adult books. I
yeah,
love them. So, yeah, I read through this book really fast. I was like, this is so good. And I feel like one of the main things is like discrimination in the book.
yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's one of the main purpose of the book.
hmm Yeah. And like, I think it was well received. I think because we realized it was about discrimination. And I think the ending of the book is really open ended. Like, let me read um, the last part, last page. Um, oops. Okay. Sorry. Huh? Okay, sorry. I have so much at the end of this. Okay. So like she cut her thing open and I'm on like the very last page. Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, as her hand stopped shaking, she slid the stiletto knife out from the new titanium plated finger and maneuvered the blade against her wrist. The cut was still fresh where she started to remove her ID chip before, so they would not be able to track her this time. There was no hesitation. Soon the whole world would be searching for her. Lynn Cinder, a deformed cyborg with a missing foot, a learner with a stolen identity, a mechanic with no one to turn to, nowhere to go, but they would be looking for a ghost. And then it ends. And it's like, what?
I know, me too.
Be a princess. Like, yeah. That was the. I hate books like that, where you have to like come up with your own ending.
Own ending.
Yeah, but I feel like those books are the ones that you think about the most at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like she got her point across, like, and also discrimination because she talks a lot about how, like, obviously,
How
Cinder
she was
is
treated.
like, bad.
I know.
But like at the end, she ended up becoming someone who like was someone that a war needed to be started over. You know?
Yeah, like she's worth it all. Like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was such a good ending.
yeah.
But did you kind of see it coming since the beginning?
No, I kind of. Whenever she talks with Dr. Erland, like,
yeah,
he's kind of insinuating it, but not really telling it.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, I kind of feel it, but I'm not really sure until it comes up. So I'm like, oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's true. Me too. I was like, well, I'm pretty sure this
I was really hoping for it to, though.
Yeah, me too. Wouldn't that be terrible if she like wasn't anybody and she just ended up in prison? Lame. Okay. What social? Oh, are you good?
Yeah, I think one of the other purpose is like telling people, like especially commoners or people that think they are of no value, that you know, that they can be someone, or that they can do anything, I guess, because she was so persistent. Even though she didn't have a dress to the ball, she still went, and she walked in using her 11-year-old cyborg feet, and it was so. Yeah.
Yes, that was such a big twist. Like,
yeah.
But I kind of like, okay, when I first read it, I was a little upset. I was like, no, she's supposed to be really beautiful. Like, what? I was so mad. But then I reread it and I was like, wait, it's more romantic that he still loved her even though she was in that.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, that's cute. I was like, what? Still, like, I wanted to see her pretty, you know, in my mind.
Okay, the third question. So we really have to just go through 4 questions, right?
Oh, yeah.
I know. Last time we were trying to cover all of the questions, and then I read through it today. I'm like, we don't have to do that. But yeah.
Okay, yeah. I really like the one where it says, if you could have a character meet another person, living, dead, or mythical, who would it be? Why?
Oh. Okay. Who's your character?
Okay, well, Cinder.
You wanted to meet. Oh, you want to meet her?
No, I want her to meet. So it's like you choose a character.
Yeah, and plus another.
And who they should meet. So, like, I think Cinder should meet Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
I know it sounds stupid, but I feel like if she meets Cinderella, like Cinderella can talk to her and like talk her through like what she's going through. Because Cinderella went through the same thing. I mean, it's the same story.
True. And you know,
like
Cinderella is like really ancient, and then she can like maybe give her some hints, maybe, or advice on, like, you know, because I think Cinder is like more modern, so she's like she would probably be more like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Wait, so you think she should meet somebody else, like someone who's more modern?
No. I agree with you, but then I think Cinderella is eligible to like giving advice because she's like ancient.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So it's like she's been through it, and then she can tell Cinder all that she needs to know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And I think that, like, I don't know, Cinderella had her family against her, and like everyone was against her, you know? But like, I feel like if the actual Cinderella came to her as like a fairy godmother or something, because Cinderella had a fairy godmother, like Cinder had nobody. Like
Yeah,
her
it's
best friend,
cool, but then
yeah. Audrey's the worst. I hate her.
I know when she knew Cinder only had Eco to like go to and talk to about stuff. Plus, Peony, she died like halfway through the story. That was so sad.
I know. And then they blamed Cinder for her death. It's like, no, 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 no.
Girls.
I don't know. But like, I'm so
Just
mad.
because she can't cry doesn't mean she doesn't have emotions and that she doesn't
I
love her.
know. Yeah, that's another quote. I have to find it. Remember, we have to quote the book, at least like 2 quotes. Remember.
Okay.
So you have to find a quote. But I remember, like, she said, well, Audrey said, like, do you even have feelings? Like, can you even love? When she talked about how she was sad that Peony died, and she's like, yeah, right. Like, do you even feel sadness? I wish I could find it. Oh, do you feel love? Dang it. Feel love. Emotions. Big emotions. Hmm. Do Oh, here we go. Do you even know what love is? Can you feel anything at all, or is it just programmed? Because she was like, yeah, Audrey, wait. She's like, I'm sorry, said Cinder. I love her too. Audrey squeezed the frame. Don't insult me, she said, sliding the frame closer to her. Do your kind even know what love is? Can you feel anything at all, or is it just programmed? It's like so rude.
I know. I'm like, really?
Yeah. But like if you think about it, like a long time ago, well, I don't know, in America, we were really terrible to Black people. And like I know a lot of people were like, do you even feel anything? And I think that's why they felt like they could treat them like lower than they were, because they felt like they didn't have emotions. So I feel like that's why Audrey feels like she can treat Cinder so terrible, is because she feels like Cinder doesn't have like emotions like she does.
Yeah, and I guess it's because she knows she belongs to her. Like she can do whatever with her, because in their type of government where you're gonna have to need a legal guardian to be in a community or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, like all of her earnings from her booth goes to Andre.
Audrey,
All
yeah.
goes to her. So it's like she doesn't even have money. Remember when she bought her foot? And Andre was like, "That's my money." It's like she earned it, but it all belongs to her because she's the guardian. So it's
Yeah.
not fair.
It's so sad because Audrey doesn't even work.
For reals. All she does is like try on her pretty dresses.
Hmm. It's so terrible.
I
Okay,
think this
so
builds on to the this builds onto the other question: what societal attitudes, values, or ideals are conveyed and challenged in the book?
hmm.
And I think one of society attitude that is really common, and we kind of mentioned it before too when we were discussing the other, is like treatment of minorities.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
and
even look at that.
um, I think I have a quote for that, and it's like what those in power usually do. It's like taking advantage of the minorities.
Hmm.
And this is like what the remember the girl that was contacting Cinder from the moon? Yeah, she was like, um but she's more like a captor really. Like she was talking about Sibyl.
Mm,
Uh-huh. She said, but she's more like a captive, really. I'm nothing to her but a prisoner and a slave. And then she was like, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm an evil, worthless, wretched girl. Like
mm,
that's how people have been treating her like a slave. And so in her mind, she's like, I'm of no value. I'm just
mm,
a slave. Yeah. So I guess that's what people like the majority treat minorities like what you were saying, like maybe that's how the blacks were treated before
hmm.
because they were little in number and they don't have the capacity to overcome or fight. That's why they
Right.
treat them like that. Yeah. And values or ideals are conveyed and challenged in the book. So yeah, so that's one of the attitude that was conveyed in the book.
Yeah. To like combat that, there's one thing that when he was getting, oh, here it is. Like when he was becoming emperor,
Mm-hmm.
he promised something and it really stuck out to me. Wait, let's see if it's here. Yep. Okay. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Okay. We have the ability to love one another no matter our differences, to help each other no matter our weaknesses. We choose peace over war, life over death. We choose to crown one man to be our sovereign, to guide us, to uphold us, not to rule, but to serve. And that just like the very beginning part where it's like we have the ability to love each other no matter our differences.
Yeah.
Wow, I really, really like that
Yeah, but
quote.
then like we can love, but then there are other people that are still so like evil, like Queen Levana. And
Hmm.
this is this is kind of the same chapter from the other one. It's from the girl too,
Hmm.
and she said, um, like she was talking to Cinder about the setup, and she was saying that's a setup. And to become when she becomes empress, when she is in control of the Commonwealth, she intends to use her army to wage war on the rest of the earth, and she
Hmm.
can do it to her army. But then Cinder was like, Kai wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
And she said, it doesn't matter. Once she's empress, she'll have no more use of him. And it's like a lot of people too, like we would use them, like keep them by our side until we have no more use of them, and then that's when we get rid of them.
Hmm.
So it's so common and it's sad. And
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's one of the values that's conveyed in the book. And I guess it's reminding us not to do so.
yeah, I feel like Audrey and the Lunar Queen are like the worst, right? And I feel like it's like um how can I say it? Like it's like the worst version of people, right? But then Cinder's like kind of like one like the good person, right? But it's like
Yeah.
sometimes we fall to become this, like to become like Audrey and the queen, and sometimes we're like on this side of things where we're like good like Cinder, but like we need to remember to stay like stay close to Cinder's side and like not follow the examples of Audrey and the Lunar Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's challenging it too because you know how most people think that if they're like them in the majority, they can do whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
that's not always the case. Like at the end, the minority will have the power to rise and eventually take over whatever.
Yeah, yeah. I think like yeah, and you always want like the underdog to win and
Yeah,
like yeah, like in all the books, you know. You always want like the person you feel like's gonna lose to win.
for
And
real.
yeah, but I feel like in real life, like you don't think that way, you know? But like in movies and in books, you're like, oh, I want you to like do good, you know? Yeah. I feel like this is a story about the underdog who like became ruler, you know? And I feel like because I think she's going to become Serena, like Princess Serena. She's going to marry the prince and like all will be well. Like cyborgs will be accepted and so will lunars as long as they're like good lunars, right?
And the queen will die.
What?
The queen will die.
The queen will die and like she will become the main ruler. I feel like that's the actual ending of the book. Well, that's like what I
Yeah.
want to happen.
Yeah, that's what I want to. There's more to the book, right? Like, is there a sequel to the book?
So there is. I like looked it up because I was like, I want to read it right now.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's actually like Red Riding Hood. Like she does it with all of the books.
Ooh.
Cool, huh? But isn't it cool? Like I'll show you. But it kind of sucks too because I really want to read. So this is called. Here we go. So if you can see here, Cinder, Scarlet, Crest, Winter. So it's like
Oh,
is Red Riding Hood. I don't know what Crest is, but Winter is probably Snow
what?
White. Yeah.
So
And
that's the end of Cinder?
yeah, I don't know if they talk about Cinder again. I
Yeah,
really hope so.
I guess.
I wonder if they're all Asian. That'd be interesting.
This is gonna be the first book I read that is Asian.
No, the American born.
Oh yeah, yeah, true. I mean, besides that,
Yeah, I know. But I think so. The girl's not Asian who writes it. She's white, but
yeah,
I think she likes Asian culture, maybe.
yeah.
I guess I was reading other stuff, and I guess they like all combine it together in the end. So we just have to read all of them. Dang it. Just kidding.
Okay.
I love
Maybe during
Okay.
summer break.
Oh, how does Cinder challenge conventional literary forms and genres? I think it challenges literary forms and genres because it's like okay, I feel like it's Cinderella, but it's literally the biggest twist I've ever seen. Because like all of the Cinderellas I've ever watched are the same. You know what I
Are the
mean?
same,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, high school girl meets most popular boy, or like
Quarterback.
yeah, or like actual princess or actual prince meets like a common girl, you know? But like this one was like so many different elements. Like she was a cyborg, then there was like this lunar thing happening.
For real.
You know what I mean? Like, and plus at the end, she becomes princess. So it's like just so many elements to it. Like there's a sickness, like and like one of her stepsisters is her friend. I feel like there's just so many different levels to it, but like she is, yeah. What am I saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still Cinderella.
And it's like I've watched a lot of retelling Cinderella stories, and they're like all the same. Like you can predict what was gonna happen, but not with this one it's like continuously keep you on your toes the whole time you read it.
Yeah, it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And I didn't even put together that it was Cinderella until like she met the prince and like all this stuff. And I was like, wait a second. Like Cinderella, like I would have never put that together. Like if she called
Really?
it something else,
I
I
kind
would
of
have
predicted
never
it was gonna
thought.
be Cinderella, but I never like see the Cinderella story in it until later when the prince comes in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That was so shocking. Has it been 30 minutes yet? Maybe no.
I don't know. How do we know?
So I think we
So
started at 40 something.
40 something.
Well, let's see. Google Hangouts. 26 minutes ago. Okay, it has been about 30 minutes.
Okay, 4 more minutes.
Okay. So, no one is saying members should put together a response. Okay. Maybe we could answer one more question.
I guess.
Um,
I think there's only one left. Choose the name of a character. What does the name mean, and why do you think the author chooses name? And in what ways is it suitable to or unsuitable for the character? Um, I don't know. Who do you think? I mean, I didn't look up any of the names and like find out their meanings, but I think Levana is such a beautiful name, and it doesn't fit the queen because she's so evil.
I love that. I love like I don't know that you thought about that. That's so true. Lavana is like a really like royal, beautiful name, and
Yeah.
she is just she's beautiful on the outside, but her inside is just like the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you know how she kind of manipulates people to like
Mhm.
think she's pretty.
Mhm.
And when Cinder was like captured like towards the ending, and like a lot of data was coming down to her, and she's like trying to read through all of it, and then that's when she see the real Levana. Like she was like, "Oh
Yes.
my gosh, you're not even that pretty," and then Levana was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, and then she like captured her.
"Yeah."
Yeah.
I think that's when she really embraces her shell part. Like she's a shell, right?
No, she's not. She's the princess. So like
Oh, but
yeah.
she thought she was the shell.
Well, okay. So basically, um, the queen thought she was a shell, and the doctor told her she was a shell, but the doctor knew this whole time that she was the princess.
Yeah, because
Told her.
true, because you know that the experiment where he needs cyborg, that was a cover up for finding the princess, right?
Mhm. That's so sad when you think about it. Like,
Oh,
yeah. And remember at the beginning, you thought the doctor was such a jerk because he's like, oh, he's a young girl. And then the lady's like, why do you always want to like operate
oh
on
yeah.
girls?
I'm like, maybe he's a pervert.
Yeah, or like maybe he's just a sexist and wants to kill all the girls.
Oh yeah.
Like, I was like, oh my gosh, I hate this guy. But it's because he was searching for the princess.
Yeah, he's like looking for the right age, and like it has to be female
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So he was like, okay, we don't need him. We don't need like he was
Yeah.
clearing people off the list based on what he knows.
That was so good. He's like, you're the one we're looking for. Like you're so valuable. And she thought it was so she could like cure the world, but it was
Oh
like
yeah.
I guess in a way she would cure the world of like war
Yeah.
and yeah.
Save
So
people. It was so sad when she couldn't make it to her sister. I mean, she went, but she
it
was.
was like literally like a second later. Like I was like,
Yeah.
why did you just give her this?
Ugh.
Yeah.
But it's okay. She saved the boy.
Mm-hmm.
And then the doctor also said that she has like a different glamour to herself, like all of the royals. So maybe that's how. So that's why I was thinking if who Queen Levana really know from then, because she saw her down in the courtyard when she was like
Mhm.
out there manipulating everyone, like just standing out in the window, and then everyone was like calm.
I think Lavana knew. I
Yeah,
think
that's what.
so.
But she was like keeping it on the low so that no one would know that she's like killing the princess right there.
Yes, that's why she said you're a shell. That's why she was
Yeah,
like, you're a shell.
it's a
Like,
cover
you're
up.
worthless in my world and you're worthless in this world. Like, you deserve to die. And everyone was like, yep, okay, let's kill her.
Yeah,
But
because
she was like, you're Princess Selena. I want to kill you right
I
now. And
know.
everyone would be like, what? Our only hope, you know?
For reals. And plus, there are other Lunars right next to her. You know, you never know if they want to save the princess.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's
maybe Prince Guy will run to her escape. Ooh, to her
I
rescue.
know. That's what should have happened. Dang it.
Oh, oh well.
Oh, well.
Later on that she was princess, so
Yeah, right. Okay, I think we're good. 30
oh
minutes
yeah,
is
we're
up.
31 minutes. We're good.
Yeah, awesome. So you're gonna rate the paper.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Are you gonna
Okay,
you're,
and
just send
then
me the link.
hey, good luck on your like an analysis paper. I did pretty bad on the last one, so
Me too.
okay, let's just do a lot
But
better.
at least yeah, but she gave us comments, so that's good.
Yeah, we know how to fix it. Yeah. All right, cool.
Okay.
I'll send you a link to the video. I think I will do this just in case. Okay, I'll send you a link to the video.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.